Howdy, good evening, friends, family, Team Superdad around the world. This is Johnny from Team Superdad. It's 21st of July 2020. Can you believe it? Welcome to day 21 of the 28-day habit challenge. Forgiveness. Forgiveness actually saves you. Forgiving to save yourself. If you've been watching any of the 28-day habit challenge, then thank you. Good to have you back on board. This is going out on StreamYard. It's a little bit later than normal because I have committed to doing my daily sweat, which is basically working out every day. And I hadn't done it this morning, so I did it tonight. And then I cooked dinner, and then I had to do this, like getting everything done. Being someone who's organized and sticking to a plan is hard for me. It's something really hard. I was listening to Paul Mort today, and he was doing a Q&A with his community and talking about how he sticks to his schedule and his diary. And it's like my nemesis, absolute nemesis. So if you've got any tips on following your plan, creating a plan, then pop them in the comments. If you are watching, now I get a lot of people watch the replay of these lives. So if you're watching live now, if you're watching the recording, then you can still leave a comment, of course, but please give this a like because it just spreads. Either that or you think it's crap. But I know it's not, because I've had so many private messages. So even if you want to private message me, still hit me up, a like on this live. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, or to if you're a dad, come on over to the Team Superdad group on Facebook and make sure you click the little notifications to get all the notifications from that group. And on YouTube, hit the little bell so you get all the live videos when they're coming to you. So give me some likes and love on the video. If you comment on any of the streams, then I'll see that question come in on StreamYard. I'll just drop this banner and you can see my name. But yeah, forgiveness. What have we done? We've done so many different habits now. Where if you're watching this, let me know where you are, who you are, what's a good habit that you want to create. If you feel like telling me a bad habit you want to give up, then go for it. Forgiveness. Forgiveness is a tricky one. If you're, in most religions, clearly I don't know lots about all religions, but certainly even in the Lord's Prayer, it says, forgive unto, no, I can't remember it. Forgive, do unto others as you do. Forgive, basically forgive others as I forgive you. That's basically what God's saying. So, the crazy thing about forgiveness is that some people just really struggle with it. They go around having grudges with people all the time. My stepmother, not stepmother, ex-mother-in-law, yikes, she had a grudge pretty much on someone in the family at all times. Not even the same person. It just went round, like, whose turn was it? Sadly for me, it was my turn for about 7 years. But other members of the family, particularly her kids, there was always one that she'd have some sort of grudge over for some reason. And, have a look. If that's you, then you really want to look at what you're getting out of that. Forgiveness, a lack of forgiveness can be a very controlling behavior, and it can, but it's damaging. It can cause friction and upset in quite significant ways inside of relationships. But if you're someone that really struggles to forgive, it probably comes from way back. It probably comes from your own childhood. You would experience someone wronging you in a significant way, or never forgiving you, and then you adopt that as a mechanism for yourself. So, it is a habit, in the realms of a negative attitude, basically. But the weird thing about, and I'm just looking over the different comments coming in. Thank you for they're basically private messages. Come on, people, let's have some public messages. Let's see, get you on the live stream. If you go over to streamyard.com/Facebook, you can give permission to Facebook to so I can bring your name up when you comment. Let me know what your best habit is. How about that? That's an easy one to share. But listen, the thing about not forgiving someone is that the kicker is the damage is on yourself. People that don't forgive, then likely particularly if it's like over petty things, then you are going to lose those friendships. If you're someone who loses lots of friendships, then you're going to be something quite quickly you're going to find it hard to actually make friendships. Speaking for myself, I'm always quite aware of, I'm very tuned into people's sort of inner feelings and emotions. I find it I find it awkward to be around some people, particularly when they're frosty or detached. I find those people are generally people that struggle to forgive. And trusting someone that whether you know it or whether it's instinctive, trusting someone who is not forgiving is very, very hard, because you quite naturally know that you're on a hiding from hell. And who wants to be a friend with someone like that? But it's actually dangerous. Like, holding on to negativity will cause stresses inside your body. It will, in some respects, it's like it generates adrenaline. Negativity, stress, anger, frustration. These are all negative hormones and emotions that are going to create stress inside your body. And if you are the person who is being unforgiving, now I'm not talking about abuse or sexual abuse or something horrific here, but clearly forgiveness is powerful in that scenario as well. It doesn't mean that you're forgiving that person, like making it okay what they did. Forgiveness, let's be clear, forgiveness is not necessarily accepting or what's the word I'm looking for? Like, I can't think what the bloody word is. But it's not saying that person is right. It's not saying that what they did was okay. But it is saying that I can forgive you. What you did was not okay. What you did was wrong. It caused great pain on my family. You took our child away from us, or whatever it was that happened. You see on news sometimes that the mother of someone who's been killed, it's commonly in America, they say we forgive that person because they want freedom from the pain. They want freedom from the heartache that holding on to that anger will bring. And as I was saying, not only will that heartache bring anger, but if you hold on to it long enough, then it will bring illness. Literally drinking the poison, hoping that the other person is going to suffer. And it just doesn't happen that way. In my marriage, I was very angry. I blamed a lot of what happened. And whether that was right or wrong, what's important about forgiveness is that you take responsibility for your side of things. And somewhere in amongst forgiving someone, you have to go deep to actually be able to forgive yourself. I could see, thank you, Mark. It's good to feel the love. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's going deeper to see what I could be responsible for, to give myself freedom, to give myself an access to forgive. And yeah, I saw a lot of what I could be responsible for inside the anger of it. If she'd have given me the permission to do that with her, to face to face, to work it out, I'd have probably still been so angry that it would have just come out as there would have been no forgiveness. It would have just been blame, blame, blame. And so if you're looking for freedom in these situations, forgiveness starts with forgiving yourself. Like, irony is probably not the right word, but like the reality of it is that the level of responsibility that I needed to take for my marriage went as far back as proposing to her. Like, if you want to be angry at someone, where did it all start? It started with me proposing, and so in that there takes some ownership, there takes some freedom, and being responsibility will often give the other person the space to forgive as well, if that's appropriate to the situation that's going on. If you want forgiveness, you're probably going to have to give forgiveness first, or find at least an access to forgive someone so they can forgive you. And I think it's also important, if you read the post that goes with this, just having a check-in with yourself about how important some of the things that you're not forgiving are. A really important and close friend to mine, there was an incident around a bank card and some money, and yeah, that had to be dealt with and addressed, but by no means was I going to let that be something that broke our friendship or destroyed our friendship. That person was far too important to me then, and is still far too important to me. And forgiveness can be something quite simple and quick. When you are present to how important, like, the bigger picture is, forgiveness can come quite quick. when I think about my son and some of the stupid things that he does, I have to forgive him because I can see that's exactly the same sort of crap that I did when I was a kid. I did that shit to my dad. So I have to forgive you, because if I can't forgive you, then I can't forgive myself for those exact same things that I could do. So I hope that's given you some understanding, a greater access to forgiveness. It is an access to power, freedom, and full self-expression. If you're finding yourself struggling with one friend, have a look at what's going on with another friend. If there's relationship breakdown across your family, have a look at who you haven't forgiven. I had to dig deep on some forgiveness for my dad around just general sort of thrashings that I got when I was a kid. And whilst that might have been generational, that there was still impact there. And my greater commitment was to my relationship with my dad and to freedom around that relationship, because inside of that is my freedom with my children as their dad. And so there are layers, and like you go deep on these things when you start to unpeel those layers. Some people want to do that, and there is a lot of content on the web about forgiveness. I've read a book called why do I always forget things? It's on my bookshelf. I Should Forgive You, But I Can't. There you go. That's what it's called. I Should Forgive You, But I Can't. And that's where the freedom comes from, is in forgiveness. So have a look, create some access for yourself in your life, because the more you forgive, the more you expand. The less you forgive, the more your life contracts. And my commitment is to you having a big, wide open, bold life. And so if you want to break through in your day-to-day life, then come on over and join Team Superdad. The Hero Academy, new name, created it this week, the Hero Academy. So the F5 formula inside the Hero Academy. Team Superdad, all Team Superdad members go through the Hero Academy. Genius. It's absolutely genius. But our commitment is that dads inside their family, inside their work, live with power, freedom, and full self-expression. It's to take control of your finances and create financial freedom. It's to love openly and create strongest relationship ever, whether that's in your marriage or with a future partner, such as my future. Then that's what it's all about. Come on over to the Team Superdad Facebook page on facebook.com/groups/Team Superdad, or just go over to teamsuperdad.com, register on any of the forms, and you'll start to get the emails and the alerts and participate in this awesome community that is growing all around the world. I'm so excited. I'm moved by what I'm doing and moved by the connections that are being created and the acknowledgement I'm getting. So get involved. I'll see you on day 22 of the Team Superdad live daily habit challenge. Click the like button and tell me what your greatest habit is. Team Superdad out. Bye.